Hi, everyone. We are here in Studio 360 at F5 AppWorld 2024 in San Jose, California. This is F5's premier application security and delivery conference. I'm joined today by Matthew and Yuichi. Matthew's from Mazebolt. We've got Yuichi, one of my colleagues here from F5, actually. We'll start with introductions. Matthew, can you go first?
Sure. My name's Matthew from Mazebolt, and we're in the DDoS security space. We're a company that was founded in 2013, so we've been there for more than 10 years. We're one of the only company today that can find vulnerabilities in all of the DDoS protection layers, and I'm very happy to be here.
Awesome. Thank you for making the trip over, by the way, as well. Great to have you here. Yuichi?
Yeah, my name is Yuichi Miyazaki. I'm Director of Business Development at F5. We work with Mazebolt to bring better digital world to life.
Awesome. Very cool. Okay, so if everybody picked up already, today we're going to be talking about the DDoS protection market. Matthew, you have a long history in this market, actually, with Mazebolt and previously as well. So maybe we could start with you kind of defining what that market looks like.
So the DDoS protection market essentially is a market that ensures business continuity, digital customer experience, the things that really drive modern business, which is your online business continuity. The market today is made up of various players that have, dominant positions in that market. They all offer very similar types of technologies that mitigate those attacks. And today, what we found is that we found a few years ago that there needs to be a significant change in that market because of the sophistication of those attacks. And the protection market is evolving with F5. I think I'm very happy. This is an alliance that's unusual, the first of its kind. We definitely are changing that market. We'll be talking a little bit more about it. Yuichi will be talking a bit more about it. But essentially, we are a step change in that market now. We're changing that market from one that's pretty much reliant on manual intervention and kind of these response scenarios to complete prevention of damage to your business continuity.
Maybe let's dig into that a little bit more with Mazebolt. When I first heard about you guys and saw that we're working with you guys, I was really intrigued by the fact that your guys' approach is not necessarily solving the DDoS itself, but adding on to the ability to ensure that DDoS is going to be protected. You guys are, I know there's already an initial layer of defense, but you guys are ensuring that, okay, now we're definitely defended?
So you've got your APIs, your web apps, whatever you've got, DNS, and when you come under an attack, your protection has to automatically block that. One of the missing components in that market is none of the vendors prior to us had any information on how effectively, if the DDoS protection actually works. We found out it actually doesn't work very effectively by itself. When you find how attackers penetrate that protection, the companies can then resolve those vulnerabilities in the protection. And F5 is actually now the leader of resolving those vulnerabilities. And time, of course, is not your friend when it comes to solving vulnerabilities. You need to close those as quickly as possible to prevent an attack. And again, one of the things with our relationship is that F5 is committed to make that time as short as possible. We deliver that information as quickly as possible. And working together, we're patching all of these protection systems to make them truly preventative.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so F5 playing into this. Yuichi, how does this relationship actually work, and how do we add value to this?
Yeah, it all comes down to customers, right? So we had from our mutual customers who are looking for, mitigating vulnerabilities. Even the attack happens. So we had from customers, hey, F5, can you work with Mazebolt and us to kind of combat against the DDoS attacks? That's kind of where we started the partnership. And we really worked hard to make it work for customers. And now this is going to be available for any customers in the world to combat against DDoS. So customer is happy. We are happy to be able to help our mutual customer protect it against DDoS attacks.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so in part of this partnership, maybe let's walk through a customer scenario. So they are potentially an F5 customer. They're also engaged with Mazebolt at this point. Customer has gone through, and Mazebolt is consistently going through the site and having some sort of assurance that we have some protection happening.
Right. So typically what happens is we're deployed in all the environments of a customer. we're enumerating all the potential places an attacker can actually get through and take down those services and more than just affect the digital experience, you're really stopping the business, the online business of that customer, which today is essentially the business. And then the integration that's happened between the people of Mazebolt and F5, our professional services team working with the SOC team in F5, these vulnerability reports go straight through to the SOC. We work together to make sure that the vulnerabilities are patched using F5 solutions to make sure that the customer doesn't do the heavy lifting. We are cooperating with, and one of the other things I think that's really interesting about the relationship, we have many resellers, MSSPs, and other partners worldwide, but F5 was really our major first technology alliance. And what we've seen is that it's not just on the sales level and the solution architecture level, but our engineering teams are working together today. Our research teams are working together to really find out how do we better close those vulnerabilities in a quick way. So the relationship has been, since it started like 8 months ago, has been absolutely fantastic. And we see the integration on every level of our companies coming together to solve this problem and prevent an attack.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
F5 has an industry-leading web application and API protection solution, but the people behind the technology also makes a difference in this partnership.
Awesome. So it's kind of like we are working together on the front end. We're also working together on the back end.
More than originally anticipated. I mean, we really do have very good integration. We actually have integration with F5 today in terms of the cooperation on different levels, more than any other vendor in the market. I mean, it's by far. So the customer at the end of the day is the winner. Because at the end of the day, the customer's protection is going to be far superior to what he can get. When we've got a mutual customer, the assurance there is on a completely, in orders of magnitude better.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. Well, as part of that then, we've been working together for almost a year at this point. What kind of value have our customers seen out of this partnership?
I'll start.
Sure.
So I think the main value is our customers that deploy both of our solutions can see the vulnerability level dropping, hundreds, sometimes thousands of vulnerabilities being knocked out by the F5 solution based on the data that we're providing. And essentially, our customers have assurance that their business continuity is going to continue. Until you have knowledge of the vulnerabilities, you don't know how to. Remember, when an organization goes down, the only reason they went down, besides the entire vendor like F5 or Akamai or one of these vendors collapsing, is because there was a vulnerability in the protection. So once those vulnerabilities are known, the value they're getting now is as a partner, F5, to close those vulnerabilities reliably. It's the only vendor in the market that has, we work with all the vendors, but F5 is the only vendor in the market that has committed to reliably close those vulnerabilities. And as I said, they're researching far beyond what we thought, and they're trying to figure out how their products more efficiently and quickly close those. And we'll be talking about it also in a talk later on today, actually, how AI is coming into that equation to speed that process up.
Fantastic. Cool. Yuichi, any examples of us working together?
Yeah, it's a great kind of customer satisfaction, right? So they use F5 technology, and they are able to know now, why F5 is the partner that they can rely on to protect against DDoS attacks. That visibility and confidence is a huge value that we are able to provide to our mutual customers.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. All sounds great. Matthew, where do people go to find out more about this?
So go to our website, mazebolt.com, or Twitter/Mazebolt, and you can find out, come by our booth, which is G39, I believe, and we'd be happy to tell you about it. Also, there's a product called dtr.mazebolt.com, which you can go and look at. It's at the moment, it's open for anyone to use, which will show you a little bit about the AI work we're doing in the vulnerability space, which I think could be interesting to our mutual customers.
Fantastic. Look forward to that. Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much, Matthew. Thank you very much, Yuichi, for joining me today. Thank you, everyone, for watching. You can find more videos from F5 AppWorld when you follow us on LinkedIn, X, Twitter, and on f5.com. And otherwise, we'll see you on the next one.